And we're back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 16, episode 6. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, we are going to be talking about FlyQuest, Obliterate, VKS, 100 Thieves, Embarrass, Red Candis. And the final thing we will be going over in this episode of the Cloud9 podcast is Impact leaves Team Liquid. And joining me here in this episode of the Cloud9 podcast to talk about LoL esports, NBA, NFL, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon is Mr. Blanks. What's up, man? How are you doing? You're back from your Pokemon regional in Pittsburgh. So we're going to start the show off with that. Then we're going to go into that new Yu-Gi-Oh format that got announced yesterday. Gunnar wanted me to talk about it. So whenever he watches the show back on the replay, he can just play it back at that part and we'll go over that new format that Konami announced for Yu-Gi-Oh. I'll just give my, thoughts and opinions on it, and you can as well. Then after that, we'll go over the LTA 2025 championship, which is literally just season finals. Good Lord, the LTA this year and Riot have just shitted on the first year for this new merger between, North America and Brazil, because these formats are unbelievably bad. Like, they honestly couldn't get any worse. It almost feels like it's intentional to have this bad of a format. Every split had a bad format. Every single split did. Just like 3 strikes out, And we are waiting on, I think it's 2 more slots for Worlds, I think, because we need to figure out who is going to be the 3rd seed from the LEC, and we need to see who's going to be the 3rd and 4th seeds from the LPL. So all of the Worlds 2025 slots are pretty much taken up, and this week, and over the course of the weekend, we'll find out when the rest of the slots get fulfilled. So we'll start off with Chaz. How did your Pokemon regional in Pittsburgh go? So did you actually have a safe travel getting there? Any hiccups on travel? Anything like that?
It was good. It was good. I stayed at Airbnb. Would not do that again in Pittsburgh.
What happened?
There's homelessness all over Pittsburgh. It's fucking crazy.
Like how bad? Like literally streets of homeless people or some shit like that?
Yeah, it was homeless person sleeping outside. My apartment building where I was at, the one next door, the alleyway is crazy. It's worse than Philadelphia. No, it's not. Same thing in LA too.
Same thing in LA too. Dude,
Philadelphia is much worse.
Dude, under the bridges in LA, that shit is full of homeless people. Just tents all lined up. God damn.
Yeah.
Every big city has it. It's fucking crazy.
Yep. Did well. Day 2.
Mm-hmm.
Started off rough. Like I was literally at the brink of elimination. Won 5 straight to get to day 2. Ended up.
Okay, so starting off, you lost your first 2 rounds then, right?
First 2, yep. Tied by 3rd one.
Okay.
I could have won it, but the new timer is so ass.
So that puts you on the bubble, essentially.
Yeah, on the bubble.
Okay.
And I just rode the wave all the way up to. And then what Pokemon does is they don't do day. It's not a day 1 or day 2. It's called phase 1, phase 2. And if there's time left, they'll do round 1 of phase 2 on day 1. That's when we played that round. I was tired. My deck bricked. I was like, oh fuck, okay. Worth prizing. I was like, oh shit, okay, this is bad. 5-3-1, but I was still in day 2. I was the only one on my team that made day 2. It was crazy. We all played the same deck, but I wanted to see whatever everyone else's list. Like I barely slept this weekend. Like I was just so tired. Plus I had to walk up 6 flights of stairs because with the apartment building over there, the elevator was broken. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you know what? It's time to take my big ass back to the gym. In full time, not just like 3 times a week. I mean like maybe 6 times a week.
I typically try to go like 3 times a week. That's all. Yeah. That's the only time I can make it happen. Like I think Sunday I did shoulders. No, did I go on Sunday or did I go Monday? No, Monday I think I went. Yeah, Monday I went. I did shoulders. Today I went before the show. I did chest. I think tomorrow, if I have enough time before the MSK show at like 8, I'll probably end up going and doing like legs. Like I went and helped. Oh, you know this. Oh my god. So I'll let you finish first, and I'll tell you that Lennon bullshit. She got me doing some bullshit. Oh my god. But yeah. So what place did you end up finishing?
363 out of 2,691 people. There was a round where if I would have won, or if the round I tied, if I would have won, I could have probably got the top 256. Probably not. It was like the competition was a lot like tough. Of course, it's tougher, but it was like holy shit, is decks you don't prepare for, and then that matchup just bad, but you realize, oh, okay, it's a lot easier to play because some matches you just got to instant concede, like you know what. Like, sometimes you just got to concede the matchup. Like, you're not going to win. But there were other times where I was like, oh, okay, I got this.
You weren't like dehydrated or hungry through the 5-0, right, at all?
No. I think I went to P once. I went to P once. And then I played it out. I had to pee during like round 7, but due to my round 6 match. Due to my round 7 match in the league, I couldn't go to the bathroom. I was able to hold it in for like 50 minutes. Played that, went to pee, and then played my last round. Went, got dinner. We practiced. We were going over strategies for tomorrow. I had to walk back a damn stairs to my apartment. Like next time, I'm just staying at the Marriott, even if it costs a little more.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll probably just stay 2 to 3 days. And then like just room my teammates for the last day.
Did you room with anyone at the Airbnb, or is this the teammates you said? Okay,
it was just me.
You didn't go with any of those teammates you said you used to have, right? Or are you guys still on the outs?
No, my old team. No, that was the Yu-Gi-Oh team. No, this team we're cool, but apparently there's a rift that's going on, and I'm not in it this time. But apparently due to
there's a group you have, but you're not in the in group kind of thing, right?
No, I mean, okay, they're the team, but our team are part of another team. I realized that this weekend. It's weird. Okay. Yeah, my team, the team I'm individually on, and then there's a bigger team that the 2 captains of our team, they connected with the other team. That's why I was like, oh, because some fat motherfucker was like, only 2 of us are good enough to make day 2. And then 8 of us made day 2, and his fat ass wasn't one of them. And I was laughing like, ha! I'm talking all that shit. You ain't make day 2, bitch. Like, I ain't give a like. I could have lost every game after that. I didn't give a fuck. I made day 2. I was able to walk away with some packs because you were guaranteed because there was no more than 500 people that made day 2. Definitely, you was guaranteed at least 9 packs, some points, and the points is what really matters. I don't give a fuck about the packs because I can always pull the cards.
Yeah, you can get loose packs if you want, and
then like a lot of people were just selling the packs anyway. Like the boxes, people
because there's a new set out. Isn't it called like Mega Evolutions or some shit like that?
No, that wasn't legal to sell yet because that was still in the pre-release window.
Dude, I went to Frankenstein's. People were selling that all day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but they had that shit full display. Mega Evolutions. You can get the trainer boxes of the packs and shit.
If Frankenstein is a Pokemon retailer at actual because
there's different vendors that do Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're a vendor, you're allowed to on Monday because it's a weird thing. The weekend you could, Monday you could.
Yeah, so we went on because they have Wednesdays open because that's new Comic Book Wednesday.
Yeah.
So all of them were selling Mega Evolution. Man, going there made me want to just I don't know, play Pokemon more. Like I play enough Yu-Gi-Oh. I can always play Yu-Gi-Oh, but just seeing all the Pokemon vendors there and everything, I wanted to go and buy some shit there, but I only went there for comic books. And goddamn, people were spending a lot of money on that shit. I seen a dude ask for like 4 trainer boxes of Mega Evolutions. Like, god damn.
Yeah, because people got to crack them Gardevoir. I already got the basic Gardevoir. I need two more I need 2 more Raws of Curlia.
Oh,
I'm just,
this is Pokemon. Oh my god, I saw this on Twitter and I bookmarked it for the show. I don't know if okay, maybe you can clarify what happened here. So apparently a dude was winning and then he couldn't win because of some shit that ended up happening. It was an Indian guy. I don't know if you heard about it.
No. He was losing. Oh no, I was there in person. This is what happened.
Okay, I got it right here. Right here.
It started because it started the round before. It started the round before.
It was was it a white guy? I think it was a white guy.
It was a white guy that was winning.
Okay, let me show you right here.
Because I can tell you, I was actually in the venue at the time it happened.
Hold on, is it this one? This one I'm talking about, right? Okay, so what happened here?
He was forced to forfeit. Was this guy, the Indian dude, already won a regional this season last week.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened. And you actually need the whole context. Okay. Type in, if you can, on the search bar. Oh, no, matter of fact, no. Okay, click the X. Keep this page up. I need to keep this page up.
It might be in here. It might be in the article they put out, but I don't know.
No. There's a whole, there's a piece of context I can tell you, but I'd rather show you. Like, right-click the X to bring up a new tab, but keep this tab open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. What do you need? What do I type in?
No. You're reopening Twitter. You're just keeping this tab
open.
Okay.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, because search bar, type in Calvin Connor.
So the guy's name in here, right? Calvin Connor. Okay.
Yeah, he played the Indian guy in top 4. And OR.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Yep, that one right there, that first one. Yep.
Okay.
Right here. Nope, go down.
Go down. Okay.
It should be the newer one. It's a video he put out. This is right here.
Okay.
This is what happened. This is the contact. Yep, right here. Nope,
okay, so we play the video?
Yeah, play that. No,
okay.
You're good.
Okay,
Pokemon doesn't. Yeah, Pokemon doesn't copyright shit if it's through their channel. It's weird.
Okay, so Calvin put here before we go to the video. Calvin says accidentally took his Monkey Dory. I feel really bad.
He's a good friend of mine. It's someone that I've known for a very long time. Unfortunate man situation.
Now, do you believe him? Do you believe him?
Yes, I'm gonna tell you. You gotta look at the reason why. This is a bomb. This is a bomb fault. It's no one else's but a bomb.
Okay.
He's already stressed out. He's been playing Pokemon for. I saw him in top 8. He was stressed the fuck out. This dude was stressed because the deck he played. Back in the day when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, what's a very technical deck? A deck that you had to play very perfectly to win.
Stuff like missing timing. It would be like, I would say 2014 Infernity. You had to play that pretty precisely.
It was like that because you had to turn ahead on what you needed to do to win. It's not a deck I like playing. It's a deck I can play, but it's not a deck I like playing. Like, people ask me, oh, why do you play Gardevoir? It's not a deck I'll play through this tournament. I'll be stressed the fuck out. Like,
yep.
I was stressed to play my deck.
So let's play this, and then let's see what was the response. Okay.
Gardevoir EX, Calvin.
No, this is the call. This is what happened. This is the reason why.
90 damage onto the Gardevoir. And I think that's gonna be.
He's moving damage. They're already calculating
damage. We saw this.
He's gonna knock him out.
Jellicent EX goes down. There's
he's
still
gonna promote him.
Dory on a bonsai.
And he's gonna go out. Right there. See how he celebrates. Knocks the headphones. The car goes flying. They got 2 different color sleeves, but in the moment he's just trying to get the fuck out of there. He's like, I'm done. He knows he has 4 monkeys. He probably knows the last one is in the deck or his prize. He just scoops it all up.
The finals of the Pittsburgh Regional Championship.
An incredible mirror action.
He's not even looking. His car is just still scattered. He's just so excited he got back to another finals.
I can see why he said that, because if the guy throws the headset and your card goes flying and you don't know which one is yours, that's it.
It's not even he didn't know which one was his. When you're scooping up your card, if you see a card that's on your side of the field, your automatic go sick is yours, even if it's not your sleeve color.
Right.
That was happened to me a couple around like 3 rounds before this. Because my opponent had damn near the same color sleeves.
This guy says, can someone explain what happened? Abon was very excited about making finals, and in the excitement, threw it off a bit too forcefully, causing one of his cards to fly over to Calvin's side. Calvin picked it up, not realizing it wasn't his card, and then in finals, Abon received a game loss because he was missing a card. Oh, okay, I understand now what happened. Okay,
Yes.
okay, now I get it. Okay.
And the reason why I say it's a Bond fault, not because of what he did, not because of him getting celebrated. This is what he should have done. You're always are taught to count your cards, because you know every time people will. I had an opponent. The judge was called on him because they realized he missed the card.
Okay.
This happened during the tournament.
Mhm.
They were able to get the card back to him, but he already got a game loss. That means I'm already up one game. I win that match. And he was like, he just want to play. And then I still beat him. But the point is this, right? You have to, he should have counted his deck. He's still saying, oh, I got 60. That's why you got to count. Oh, where's the 59 at? You got to look. Because I knew it was something simple, but that's why the best. But a Bond wasn't probably going to win anyway. The matchup was favored in the white guy Liam's favor.
So this person that said, okay. Oh, that's why. That's my fault. I should have made it 200%. That's my bad. The person said a player accidentally grabbed one of the winner's cards, so in the next match, the winner got hit with a penalty for playing with an incomplete deck. Oh, okay, got you.
Yep.
Okay, so then we had this right here. So Dick Sturdo had this article where it said Pokemon TCG. What the man? Put my shit on. I put my shit on this. No, you're good.
After losing card during pop off.
Oh, that fucking. Oh no. Oh, that feels bad, man. Oh my god.
But can I be honest? He wasn't going to win. The matchup was favored in Liam's no matter what.
You are an asshole.
No. See, this is how I know you don't know Pokemon. The deck Liam was playing had a weakness type advantage over a Bond deck. That's his Liam deck draws cards. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I can knock out your what's the motherfucking card? Your restroom room. I could draw right back into it. I get nice right there back up. And with a Bond, like that this is what happened. Game one, they play. They don't even really get for game one. They found out halfway that his card's missing. He gets the game loss. A Bond knows his deck is slow. His deck sometimes win the game. If you're playing Guardy, you win a very long game one. You tend to want to play a little slower, that you don't force a tie. Because Guardy could tie real easily. I played one Guardy my whole weekend, beat him 2-0 or 1-0, but due to the guy was late, he wasn't going to beat me 2-0 regardless. I was going to make sure of that. Yeah. And Bond just unfortunately didn't count his cards. That's what it came down to. If he would have counted his cards, I believe he would have noticed 59. Probably would have went looking, asked Cal, did you take one of my cards by accident? A lot of times that's what happens. Your opponent takes your card by accident. That's why after every match, if it doesn't go into time, I'm usually just laying up my card, make sure I count. Once I count 60, I put it in the box, I wrap up my mat, win or loss. And then I go on to the next match. If I win, I bring the match slip up. If I lose, I go to my next match. He ended up fortunate. It was so bad. Because it was 20 minutes. It was like 20 minutes. It wasn't. It was like it was just bad.
Just a bad situation.
Liam won, but it was like, oh, Liam was probably would have won anyway because his deck's just favored to his. But we will never truly know.
It said Pokemon TCG champion forfeits regionals after losing card during pop-off. The grand final of the 2026 Pokemon Pittsburgh Regional Championships ended in bizarre fashion after Ahmed forfeited his match against Liam Halliburton. Good Lord, these names, Jesus Christ. Regional Pokemon TCG tournaments are grueling 2-day marathons. often starting around 8 or 9 a.m.
And running through 8 best of 3 rounds on the
Eight
first day.
best of 3. Good Lord, yeah,
Yep.
that is such a grind. Yep.
With no break for adult divisions, competitive strictly played through hours without rest. Yes, that is true.
That's true.
Like,
Ahmed had already won a regional tournament the week before to secure his invite to the Pokemon World Championships, making his appearance in Pittsburgh his second straight finals appearance. But the pressure wore on him during day 2 when he entered into his match against Halliburton with 59 cards in his deck instead of 60. The incident unfolded during the first round of the grand final match when judges paused the match to perform a deck recount and found only 59 cards in Ahmed's deck. Tournament rules state that an incomplete deck is an automatic game loss, but instead of playing on, Ahmed chose to forfeit the entire match, handing Halliburton the regional title. Clips from the official Pokemon TCG stream later revealed what happened to Ahmed's missing card. During a pop-off in his previous round, Ahmed threw off his headset, accidentally knocking a card onto his opponent's play area. Calvin Connor, who was running the same deck as Ahmed, then scooped it up with his own cards, unknowingly creating the short deck situation that ended the final. Yep. Reddit users, oh god, I like to stir though, but Reddit users shouldn't be used for anything. People who use Reddit are fucking losers. They are literally just backseat retards who go, oh, I would have did this. No, you wouldn't have. You're a fucking fat, ugly loser who's been sitting in the same room your mom fucking had you in when they brought you back to her house after you were born.
Reddit users who shared the clip explained that Ahmed, as often after back-to-back marathon weekend, decided not to contest the ruling, nor noting his poor matchup in the final and the mental of playing since early morning. Top players can usually recognize missing cards by memory, but fatigue made the error harder to catch. No, it's you did count your deck. If you would have known 59, you probably would have known which card it was, but you would have known you would have missed a card. You never realized you was missing a card until someone pointed it out.
Halliburton was crowned Pittsburgh regional champion as a result, while Ahmed leaves the weekend with his world's invite secure and another remarkable run on his record. Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it. He gave the match,
like I said,
but it was still
he was losing anyway.
But just having that happen is unfortunate because, let's just say hypothetically he did win. You would have had 2 back-to-back. That looks really good on a resume. He just forfeited the finals because of the card not being there. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, but with this new thing, invite.
But you had said he was gonna pretty much lose anyway because his deck pretty much auto loses.
Yeah, a lot of players don't like that. If you win and you already have your invite, it doesn't trickle down, and that's I understand. Mm-hmm. The worst feeling about that is when you can't trickle it down. It's just damn. It's like, all right, cool. It's like I can't. Okay, I win. I already got my invite. It doesn't go to the second person. Oops. It's kind of like it's one of those things where you beat them to make sure that they don't lost on
look at this.
invite.
Look at this. It's people like this in Pokemon. People with they/them pronouns. Look at his profile. Artist disabled.
And a lot of people like that in Pokemon.
Look at that profile. Look at that bio of mental illness.
I can tell you that probably there were 2,700 people playing Pokemon this weekend. Yeah. I'd say about 2,000 of them have pronouns. Someone asked me, I don't have pronouns. I was like, I don't understand this shit. I'm just Chaz. Just call me Chaz. Don't call me no bullshit.
If anyone doesn't understand why people don't like it, I know you know what it means, but so essentially they are preferred pronouns. This person prefers you to call them that in a conversation. The reason why that's different from the regular pronouns you would be taught in school, whether it be public school or you homeschool your kids, is because one is someone preferring you to do something, when the other one is just you would just do it because that's just how our human language has evolved, right? So if I wanted preferred pronouns, I want you guys to call me the N-word, Big Black Daddy. I prefer you call me that. You see how stupid that sounds? You see how dumb and gay that sounds? It's literally some of the most dumbest, gayest shit ever. That's why most people don't like it. If you generally see someone with pronouns in their bio, like this weird person, or any girl that has them on dating apps, that's an immediate red flag.
Oh yeah.
Don't even Don't even try talking to them. They're already blue-haired feminist weirdos. Just pointing it out there. But this person says, I just want to know, because you could be better answering this than me. This weird person with a kitty. Oh, it's fucking weird. I just want to know if the judges are seated right there, how they missed this, along with the whole 2 tools from secret box thing.
Okay, yeah, that's a whole nother thing, dude. The whole secret box that also happened against Liam. That shit was crazy. Yo, Liam,
so what does he mean by this? What does he mean by this?
Okay. There's a card called secret box, right?
Okay.
You discard 3 cards, and then you're allowed to get 1 tool, 1 item, 1 supporter, 1 what's the last one? Stadium, right?
Okay.
The person who I'm really cool with, he ended up secret boxing. You know, sometimes you play a little fast, and it's also against Liam, and the guy was also playing Guardian. They end up getting 2 tools by accident. See, but you gotta realize some old cards have old text. Like the card he got was an air balloon, but the air balloon he had the yellow border that still said item card, but this is a tool card, because back in the day, 2 cards were considered items. And sometimes if you're in a rush, you see the item part on top. You don't look down below. You see the item in the card itself. You don't realize this card was a tool. This card is a tool, but they didn't make it a tool at the time. Or they made it a tool, but they didn't put it on top. He grabbed 2 tool cards, but one of them used to be considered an item card. And the judge did not catch it until like 20 minutes later. Because...
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's not the judge's responsibility to judge.
Yeah, if I can find the video.
Game is over. Why would they continue looking at the field? Congratulations on ignoring the second part where I brought up the incident with Secret Box. Okay, what else is here? God, this community is so toxic. I sympathize with both of you. Sucks that the finals was scuffed. A bond could have shuffled before the game. The judges could have seen it. You could have been more aware. Lot of could-ofs. Yeah.
They're not wrong, but at the same time, it's one of those things in the moment you cannot.
This guy says, bro, of all people to witch hunt, I've known y'all both for years, and you've been always tight. Crazy to me that people are speculating that this was an accident, but a certain secret box is easily written off as a mistake. He's literally my teammate. We are on the same sponsor. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't think he did anything wrong. It just, in heat of the moment, something just unfortunate happened. That's it. It's really not that deep, honestly.
The main mistake was a bond did not check his deck.
Yeah,
I don't blame Cal. Like, if Cal would have saw it, he probably would have. But sometimes, because once you're done playing, you don't really look at your cards. You just pack it up, put it in your bag. A bond should have been like, oh, shit, where's my own?
Because this guy right here agrees with your sentiment, which is wasn't your fault. I don't understand how someone doesn't count their deck in the finals of a regional. I do it before every match.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta do that because I want a challenge because my opponent by could have put an extra card in his deck, and my judge, I don't know what the fuck he was on. He noticed something didn't feel right. Counted his deck again. He deck checked him right before. Had 61. It turned out he was playing with 61 the whole time.
So this person that said headset is the property of the Pokemon /GG throwing it
Game again. That's what GG is.
Throwing it carelessly and with force resulted in the card moving over. Being responsible for our actions starts with the first action that initiated it. So is he saying that the person that threw it should have gotten the game loss? Is that what he means?
No, he's trying to say that you should be responsible for that. That sounds stupid. It literally should just come down to you just need to
this right here makes sense. Honestly, if he didn't throw the headphones down, then the card wouldn't ended up on your side. I don't think you're at fault here.
No, Cal card is not at fault. I don't know why people say Cal card is at fault. No, it's a bond fault because
I guess the only thing you could fault that Connor guy on is basically getting too excited. You get too excited, and that's it.
No. A Bond's the one that threw the headphone.
Yeah.
If you want to blame Cal Connor, is not looking at the sleeve of the card. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm gonna tell you why. Because between that match and the finals, you had 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Because they got set up. That's me. You tell me, in 7 minutes, you did not count your deck. You did not shuffle.
Good Lord.
It's 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, I'm shuffling my deck, going to the bathroom, and probably selling 3 or 4 cards. Like,
literally nobody can blame you in this situation. It feels bad, but entirely a Bond's fault, unfortunately.
Yes, you done messed up AA Ron. You done messed up a Bond. Yeah, you
okay. Good Lord.
If I could find
I mean, the only thing you can kind of blame the other guy on is basically just getting too excited in the moment and throwing the headset. But that's what people do when they win something that big. It's just what a lot of people do, But if you have 7 minutes, unless he's eating or drinking something to stay hydrated for the next match, you had enough. Unless he genuinely thought he had all the cards there, which is an honest mistake. But it's one of those things where it's just unfortunate because then automatically he just forfeits the match because 59 cards, game lost. You're already down 1 game against a deck that you said already can pretty much destroy him just based off just being a better deck than his. It's like, damn, well, I'm kind of fucked here, because if you're already down 1 game in those situations, that's such an uphill battle to climb, especially against a deck that's better than yours. Like, we mention it here constantly. In like in Yu-Gi-Oh! 2, it happens a lot. Like, there are decks that even if you built your deck as best as you can for the meta, there are decks that are literally just better than yours just by design. Like, just by design, it is a deck that can just stomp yours no matter what you do. That's just how card games go. So, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! Gunnar wanted me to talk about this yesterday. I know a lot of people were asking my question about it. They still want me to come back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Guys, I've never quit Yu-Gi-Oh! I literally downloaded YGO Omega on one of my last League of Legends streams. I do plan on streaming YGO Omega. I was going to do Project Ignis, but YGO Omega has a ranked ladder, which I think is really, really valuable for improving. But so Konami announced a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Format called Yu-Gi-Oh! Genesis. And this is something where I will give them credit for this because I have a lot of negative things to say, but I will say this is credit here. They did actually listen to people when the most casualist of person that says, hey, the current Yu-Gi-Oh! Formats for however long you want to go far back, because you can go far as back as like maybe Teledad, if you're going to go back as far as that, like massive power creep, or you could go into like the formats from 2011, 2010, what's the fucking set where Stardust Dragon came out with Nitro Warrior? Duelist Genesis. Is it called? That's Stardust
Duelist Genesis.
Yeah, you could go back as far as like Synchro Plant. What's it called? Yeah, Synchro Plant, right? Yeah, what's called Synchro Plants. Yeah, Tengu Plants, Synchro Plants. What it was fucking called? Where there was formats where you had Rescue Cat, Uneroded, Dark Strike Fighter, Dragon Rulers, and all the other shit. So people need to understand this. Konami will, for the most part, a lot of companies do this. They will most likely always cater to casual people because casual people are going to be the people that are generally always going to be necessarily. The notion is that they're always going to be buying products. I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know if there's any statistics to back it up, but there's more casual people than competitive people generally when it comes to these things, and most casual people are generally turned off from playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they claim it's just too toxic. Now, I do find that weird because back in the day, Yu-Gi-Oh! Had some extremely toxic cards because people will say, but the tournament structure was never this bad. I mean, go and look back at World Championship decks from 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. People keep saying, well, these days, most decks are built with just like this many cards and then all the deck lists look exactly the same. Despite the different decks that did top back in the day, there was a lot of the best decks that were the same. This is just stuff you can just look up for yourself. Like certain decks look the same despite many years going back into the game. So when people say things like decks nowadays just all look the same, go back and look at the best decks of like 2005 through fucking 10. I know a lot of them look the same, honestly. Then it gets to a point where potentially people don't want to play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh for all the other reasons, right? So then they announced something like this. And the reason why I truly do shit on something like this is because they actually did something that casual people fail to truly understand. So what we're going to read is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen them do. So we're going to go over it right now. So this is from the official website, Yu-Gi-Oh! Genesis. So what is Genesis? The Genesis rules are simple. No link monsters or pendulum monsters are allowed. So I will just say this. For people that said, I quit around when pendulum monsters got announced, this is how I know you weren't playing the game. Pendulums didn't actually take off until close to the end of 2016. That's when like Pepe was in its infancy and then became really big.
No, Pepe was early 2016. Pepe was February.
It was in that structure deck. That's that structure deck came out.
Yeah.
Because before that,
Pepe got banned within like a week.
Yeah, so that was that was when
2016.
Breakers of Shadow came out. When Breakers of Shadow came out, because that was the next booster set that wasn't gonna have ghost rares. That's when Pepe really became a thing.
Yeah,
before that, you had that structure deck, and then the format before that, the best decks, I shit you guys not, in 2016 was, I remember it was either Monarchs or it's Burning Abyss. Those are, I know that what some
Monarchs
of the best decks.
Monarchs was towards the
what was the other third deck? There was a third deck in there. Oh, it was was that Fire King Cosmo deck or some shit like that. That was also there.
Yeah, Fire King Cosmo.
So keep in mind what I just said there. Duelist Alliance comes out, and between that period, all the way until Breakers of Shadows, there wasn't really a dominant pendulum deck. People are gonna say Cleeford. Cleeford was, I always kind of define it as more like a stun deck.
Cleeford was like the deck Liam played. It could compete against the best decks, but it wasn't beating the best decks consistently.
Because Cleeford was really one of the best decks when Necros was still a really good deck. Those were the two best decks at one point. So when people say things like, oh, I quit when Pendulum started, it's like Pendulum didn't really actually become anything good until like fall 2016 earliest, maybe?
No, February 2016.
Yeah,
I'll say fall 2015. 2016 is when that Pepe, from February to about...
Yeah. So whenever Breakers of Shadows came out and Pepe had that emergency ban list, that's when it was really starting to be like, okay, this is and then you had the Pepe variant that was after the ban list, which was still the best deck. Then you had a few other pendulum strategies there because you had Astrograph Sorcerer come out with, what's that pendulum that level 4 starter, the one who looks like a magician. Forgot his name. God damn it. He was limited for a long time. Forgot that fucking card's name. But then you had another structure to come out for Pendulum. So Pendulum, when people say they quit, it's like you kind of quit at a weird time. Pendulum really wasn't that good for like the first year. A little bit just Cleeford, and Cleeford was a stun deck in my opinion, more than an actual pendulum deck. Like you could pendulum summon.
But the game was in a sense going somewhere where I knew people, because I wasn't playing during this time.
So people forget the best decks at this time were Shadal's, Necros, Satellar Knights, the fucking Yosenju. You had Ritual Beast around this time period. You had Burning Abyss. You had Burning Abyss Shadal. So like that was a weird time to quit. Like there's a definite the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh at that time was basically Duelist Alliance comes out after Primal Origin, after World Championship, and then you have 3 tier 1 decks ready to go. Shadal's, Burning Abyss, and Tellarknights all play different from each other.
From what I've seen, not a lot of people quit during Pendulum. People just didn't care for it. But
people made it sound like, oh, it was going to be this oppressive mechanic. It literally wasn't good at all. Literally wasn't good. It was actually just borderline shitty if you actually played those cards. You know? Like, and Link Monsters, I would say Link Monsters were definitely way more impactful than Pendulums. Like, Link Monsters pretty much came out the gate swinging, honestly. Yeah, they were pretty much...
Link Monsters, what I knew made people quit. But it was...
And then actually what's crazy is Link Monsters started out... Okay, you have your basic ones. You always have basic ones. Then you had really, really good ones coming out. Like you had Guard Dragons, pre-errated Firewall Dragon. Good lord. Topologic Gumblar Dragon, which is essentially Trishula literally on crack. You know? Like... So I would say if you quit around Link Monsters coming out, that made more sense because Link Monsters quite literally were disgusting. Like that's the easiest mechanic to play. You literally just take 2 monsters away and summon the Link Monster.
Yep.
Insanely easy. Like Pendulum summoning is way harder to do than it is to summon a Link Monster. You can literally summon, I don't know, what's the shittiest monster you can think of? Level 1. You can summon a Karibo and then link it off for a Link Karibo. That's how easy it is to link something. You know? So
We could take a token and just link it off to a link spider.
Yeah. But the thing when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh specifically, when people say they quit around pendulums, like that shit was I was literally wasn't good. Wasn't good until that fucking pendulum structure that came out. And then you had Bridge of Shadows, and that really broke it. Like, god damn, people are so you said a few weeks ago when we were doing the show that people are such fucking pussies. If you quit when pendulums came out, your deck was trash.
That was the same thing I said about Pokemon when people quit during ADP. Oh my god, I was so impressed. I was like, I came from Yu-Gi-Oh! This card ain't as impressive. Oh, you get to take extra prize cards. That okay. At least you get to play the game. When I played during Mystic Mind. Embarrass statues. I
was playing that in both. One point I was playing Flu was Embarrass statue and Mystic Mind.
Okay, you're actually degenerate person.
Oh no,
Mystic Mind Flu. That sounds like hell. Who would play against that? Only you would play that kind of thing.
You could because I'm a Harpy Feather Duster.
Good lord.
You see
James?
And you can't normal summon.
Hi, white man.
And so, you can't link. You can't go to link monsters because you get shut off by Epet. Oh, dude.
So this is my thing.
2 tabs is toxic.
If you quit, I'm just saying this right now. If you quit during pendulum monsters getting introduced, many things can be true. You suck. You sucked at Yu-Gi-Oh! So you suck at them both. Life and Yu-Gi-Oh! You suck. Your deck was trash. Your mama was fat and stinky. I probably blew her back. Okay, I'm joking. I didn't do all that. But no, maybe you're just fucking trash at the game. Like, Pendulum, I still don't understand. And also, if we're being honest here, Pendulum summoning, for the duration that it's existed, from 2015 onwards, starting with Duelist Alliance, it's really never been that good. It's been good for like, from 2015 all the way to 10 years, I would say it's been one of the best decks 3 out of those years.
Pepe.
The Astrograph 3 meta. Astrograph was 3. That was 1. I can give you that one. Oh, Electromite. I'll give you that. Yep. Okay. Yep. So you got those 3, which is the ones people remember. That's it. I would say 3 out of the 4 years this mechanic has actually existed, it's been relatively pretty much not good. There's been way better decks. We'll go 2018. Salamangreat, Sky Striker, Thunder Dragons. No Pendulum decks in that format. Oh, I mean, you have the one with so Electromite, I think, came out during that time period. Okay, so that would be in one of the 3 because Pendulum, you could play that as one of the best decks. That was like the 4th best deck because the other ones were way more consistent because you could make a Colossus and then they can't search their Pendulum cards. So I truly will never understand why people quit around Pendulums. You must have just fucking sucked ass. Yeah, and your mom should have swallowed you. This is why you know Konami's stupid. All other cards are allowed. All other cards are allowed. Pot of Greed. You can just play 3 of that if you want to. 3-dimensional shifters.
Yeah.
You could play 3 Maxis.
I don't know why you.
You could play Pot of what's the one? Not Desires, the other one. The one play that at 3 now. You can play Card of Demise at 3. You can play Soul Charge. This is literally some of the dumbest shit I've ever fucking read in my entire life. This company is retarded. This is where I know they listen to too many retarded fucking casual people. You know when casual people talk to me, they're like, man, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be so much better if it had no ban list. That's literally what this is! There's no structure here. The standard forbidden and limited cards are not used. They literally listen to the dumbest fucking person on this planet.
Yu-Gi-Oh! They do have a structure, but not the structure you think it is.
Well, man, Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be better without a ban list. You really think so? So Machiura the Destructor and Magical Scientist could just be legal, right? There's no structure initially to this. It's just no ban. So what would stop people from just playing Exodia FTK decks? What would stop them? You could, and people would say hand traps. Not with a limited amount of spells you could play.
Yep.
Hand trap's only going to stop one of those things. If I went Pot of Greed, because it's not once per turn. Let's say I open 3 Pot of Greeds in my hand. I play Pot of Greed. You activate whatever bullshit hand trap. All right, cool. I play 1 Day of Peace. All right. Now we just keep it going. All those cards can be used, except Link monsters and Pendulum monsters. Usual limit of 3 copies max of any card still applies. Deck construction uses a point system. Some cards are assigned a point value. Most cards cost 0 points.
Yep.
Shit. I'm just gonna make a bold prediction. This will go the way of speed duels. It's gonna be hot initially. Everyone's gonna love it until the best players figure out how it works, and then people are gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm quitting this. It's too toxic." Then they're gonna all migrate back to regular Yu-Gi-Oh. Happens every single time. Now,
that's about what could happen.
I'm making a bold prediction. It's gonna start hot. This sounds pretty cool. They'll start hot, and then when there's an actual like best deck, whatever, probably gonna be a lot of them because it's much more. There's no ban list here, so the best deck could be pretty much anything. Honestly,
Yeah.
play your cards right. Literally, any deck could be the best deck in this format because there's no ban list. There's no act. The reason why there's a ban list, people, is because that's a structure. You have to get rid of certain cards that are way too powerful. That means you could you play? No. How would that work though? Could you play an unerotic Chaos Emperor Dragon? No, you probably can't.
Nah, everything is new rules.
Yeah. So, oh, good Lord. Why listen to people like that? These are the people that play Dueling Book and go, no links, pendulums, XYZ, synchros, rituals, tributes, no anime cards. It's like, well, what Yu-Gi-Oh do you want to play? If you don't want to play with rituals or tributes, then the total point cost of cards in your main extra deck and side deck combined cannot exceed the point cap for that event. The standard point cap is 100, but events can be run with any point cap or even a 0 point cap. Official tournament stores can set their own caps for their tournaments. So this is literally a wild west.
Yep.
So I could just set my shit to 20.
You can set your 20, be like, you can't go over that. There's a lot of free cards, but
That's true.
You pretty much you can be like, you can get one high
So
point card.
I'm gonna ask you this. So do you think just like Speed Duels, because you know what Speed Duels, they gave it starter decks.
Yeah.
They gave it core booster sets. They had a forbidden and limited list. Do you think this format is gonna get all that stuff?
No, I have no idea how they're gonna do this.
I really don't know.
This is regular cards. This is not a new game. Speed Duel felt like a new game.
But Speed Duels was also their answer to people saying, hey, regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't feel like regular Yu-Gi-Oh! And people fell off that. But Speed Duels has a different problem because Speed Duels is basically they're making all these other yeah. And Speed Duels kind of no, go ahead. Sorry. My bad.
The issue was Speed Duel was they was trying to get people who played old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Come back. Dueling player weren't leaving. And regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Players weren't leaving for that game. Like, you're in a situation where
because remember why? Because it didn't feel like real Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Speed Duels was literally just Duel Links IRL, 3 monster zones, 3 spell and trap zones. I think you had your pendulum zones. I think you did.
Yeah.
And then, like, my thing is, I just can't see this as a super long time thing. They didn't even that format you talked about, the Time Wizard format. I remember when that was announced. Didn't they just cancel that not too long ago?
Yeah.
I don't think it's lasting anytime soon, unless this has massive turnout. Event after event after event after local. But I don't see this working out. There's no structure to this. There's no ban list. There's nothing there.
That's the point. You put all these back.
So what do you? So I'll ask you, what decks do you think people would play? You're gonna play. Everyone's gonna play triple Pot of Greed. I don't see why.
No. People are like Lucian already had.
People complain about draw power in the regular Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, and that's a mega nerf.
But the thing is, this ain't regular Yu-Gi-Oh! This is Let's take that you could only build with a certain amount of points, 100 at minimum. Like maxi costs half. Yeah, a Bitch Dweller is 100 points. That's mean you can't. If you put a Bitch Dweller in your deck, you can't have any other card that's worth any points. You have to play with free cards.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of decks that have it. This is meant to help for deck building. There's a lot of decks that are just have too many broken shit in it. The situation with this is like people realize that the game kind of started dropping after Pendulum because Pendulum wasn't fun to play. People left it because the mechanic was bad, not because the decks are overpowered. When you look at a bad mechanic, you don't want to play that bad mechanic. mechanic.
But it was just ironic that when they left, it wasn't even good. It wasn't really viable.
It wasn't good, but it wasn't fun.
Eventually, because that's the thing with Konami. Even if a mechanic doesn't start off good, eventually they will make it good because they want you to play that new shit. It's just always gonna happen.
The Pendulum and Links are the total opposite. People didn't like playing Pendulum because it was nothing good about it. They knew eventually they was gonna make something that's gonna make it unplayable or make it toxic. That's why people left. Links was this is supposed to help the Pendulum. It felt like they was trying to kill the game, and then it was a mechanic that was shit, and then they broke it. Links came out broken, but it was designed to help save the game from Pendulum, and Links were completely broken. It was
that was the prevailing theory around it was that Konami was trying to stop power creep with Links, but Links are the easiest thing to make. Links, quite literally, guys, like we said earlier, summon a Karibo, link it off for a Link Karibo. That's how easy it is to play a Link monster.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't know how that was supposed to solve anything when that's an easier extra deck mechanic to make than Pendulums, because Pendulums originally were in their own zones. They nerfed it by moving them to the actual spell and trap zones.
That was the thing too. It sucked.
It feels like actually once they did that, it actually was irrelevant. Once they actually did that, it's irrelevant.
This is what happened. Pendulum started as bad because they had no good deck, and then they made a
good deck. They made a pretty OP deck.
And then they wanted to nerf it because people were stuck with Pepe. Pepe was from February, January to about April, and then people were sick of it because it was too oppressive. It got too good, too fast, too oppressive, and it became its old archetype. You didn't really play anything else except Pendulum. It was like, what the fuck is this? And Power crept any other thing before it, even though you could play other mechanics in it, but it was okay, cool. I can special summon all these monsters. It's still normal summon. Special summon from extra deck back out. It was like that was the issue. It was too OP, but the cards sucked. When they got the good card finally, it was too damn OP. They nerf it, but now you nerf it, you kill it, you make a new beast. That's even worse.
Well, and then after that, if we're talking about it being in let's say in a regionals or OTS or any of that shit, do you make core booster sets to reflect these cards to reprint them, or you just allow people to have the cards that are now here in the TCG and just use those?
You just use those for now. You decide if people are interested in it, and then you go off from there.
Like, do you like? I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. It's like I said yesterday to Gunner. I'll just have to see how it plays out. Pun intended.
This would make me come back to Yu-Gi-Oh, but at the same time,
I can easily see this getting abused and literally.
Oh no, it's already getting abused. It's already getting. Lithium, right? Lithium already made Exodia FTK deck. Yeah,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I can show you. I can.
Let me guess. It uses broken bamboo sword or some shit.
No. Let me send you a. I sent it to your Facebook. You can bring up the picture.
Okay.
This is the one I thought was better than the one Lithium had.
The decks that I've seen. Oh, good lord. Yep. Good lord. Oh, Fred, you can play chicken game. We're done. I hate this fuck. Good lord.
Yeah.
Fucking kill me. Jesus Christ. Oh, here, I'll show you for anyone who doesn't see it. Look at this.
Yep.
Does that sound fun?
This was actually more consistent than the one Lithium was playing. You got card of confidence to discard these cards to get drawn to. You got the traded for the blue eye. And you got the into the void.
And you're gonna have people with a straight face tell you that this is gonna be less toxic to play against than just playing regular Yu-Gi-Oh.
Because a bitch dweller in the floodgate. That's why it's 100 points. All floodgates are 100 points. They're saying you go play. You should only play one floodgate per deck. You got super rejuvenation that draws off the dragons. You got 3 upstarts, 3 pots, 3. You got the dark willet to discard the dark world cards. You got Thunder Dragon to add Thunder Dragon to add Thunder Dragon. And then you can discard that off Dark World. You got Chicken Game to Chicken Game to Chicken Game. Pot of Green, Pot of Green, Pot of Green. I've tested this deck. I've gotten
how many losses?
No losses. It's one loss, and that was because motherfucking asked me.
Okay, so the problem with these decks, well, they're sighting too. So the biggest problem with these decks that people don't bring up when they're theorizing with them is sighting. So if I side against you and I drop like Droll and Lockbird, how would you play around that?
Here, trapping a lot. Here, you only probably play one Droll because
is Droll considered a flood? That thing is. Do you count hand traps as
Droll's a high points too?
Okay. Oh, fucking hell.
Yep.
Oh god. Well.
Yep.
Oh, good lord. Well, everyone, good luck with that. If you're gonna play that trash, I like regular Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm good.
Hey, that's the issue. A lot of people already because people see this is the issue with people in Yu-Gi-Oh. They like to break shit. They get mad with Konami. It's like, why are you breaking our stuff? We were just trying to win. That's the issue with Yu-Gi-Oh players. It's a constant.
I will give Konami credit for listening to the people's complaints.
Yeah.
But listening to complaints, do not listen to casual people literally say Yu-Gi-Oh is better with no forbidden list. Does that look better to you with no list? Does the game you played Yu-Gi-Oh right now? Would it look better with no forbidden unlimited list? Not that. The regular Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. Would it be better if there's no list? Every card's good lord, people are fucking retarded. I hate them. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't try it out. The problem here is like I see this going the way of speed duels. Maybe I'm not gonna say the first year, second year, give it about 5 years. 5 years is a good enough time to be like, okay, is this working? Is this not gonna work? You know, now what's really gonna make or break it is if they actually give it legitimate support. Because if they make more core booster sets, or if they make, for speed duels, they make those boxes.
Yeah.
Are they going to make a box kind of a set every like 3 months for it? Are they going to make core sets? Or are they going to make starter decks? It just depends on what type of support they want to expend to it. Speed duels are pretty much dead. I mean, no one really cares or talks about them. They release a speed duel product every once in a while. A speed duel product comes out like every 6 months. Like you can tell that's fucking dead.
It used to come out every 6 months. No, it had to come out like a year and a half.
Yeah, and then now you gotta also consider with speed duels is all the extra product all the extra product shops have just lying on their shelves, just not selling. Good lord. All right, want to talk about some League?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so coming up this week, the LEC 2025 Summer Split Finals are gonna end. So we got our last predictions we got to make on that because they took a week off because they're going to Madrid. As you guys know, I dated a Spanish lady before, so I know how these people are. In general, these people are fucking taco eaters. Good lord.
Shit.
So we think Fnatic are going to get that final LEC slot.
Yeah.
I don't want Karmine Corp to win, though. Like, I just don't see a world G2 don't win the split. I just don't see it, honestly. I don't see a world G2 lose. I think these teams are so much more worse than G2. If G2 straight up lose this split, that's tragic.
But I would tell you why they probably can't. Because their momentum.
I don't want G2 to lose. I will
tell you why. Because you know why? Because their momentum's getting like stunted because they keep taking all these long ass breaks. When you're hot, you gotta stay hot by keep doing whatever. Like think about it. Like when I kept playing, when I kept winning, I just kept winning. I just kept playing. I think one bathroom break felt good. I was just there. I was just positive. I'm just breaking down my matchups. And after that, like you don't. The minute you get cold, is when shit goes wrong. You probably get a little rusty and all that. You get a little too complacent. Like that fight, like it was G2 got like what day or 2 weeks off. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, the other problem to bring up, like you said, to add on to your point, which is G2 has played up against not in playoffs, but like they got a group format they had. They played against nothing but a bunch of bad teams. Yeah, Fnatic is a bad team. Fnatic isn't good at all. And G2 in playoffs right now, they played what? Who did they play? They played, they 3-1 Karmine Corp because Karmine Corp stinks ass. And then that's it. Yeah, they played one match. And then against Karmine Corp, they beat them 3-1, and they beat G2 went in and beat MCoy. Like, I don't think MKOI's good either. Like, they're just playing a bunch of bad teams, and then the team that's crawling through this might have a little bit more momentum when facing G2. Now, typically, that just depends on which team you're talking about, depending on the split, depending on the year. I'll be honest. If Karmine Corp beat Fnatic, I don't think Karmine Corp wins against G2 in the finals. The only team that I could see beating G2 is, I think, MKOI. I don't think they can do it either. That's the only team I see them beating. So Karmine Corp have a chance to win 2 titles during the year. Fnatic has a chance to win a title since what, 7 years? Good fucking God. MKOI could win. MKOI could go back to back, and G2 could win their first one of 2025. So there's a lot of possibilities here. Like I said before, I think Fnatic beat Karmine Corp, but I just don't like Karmine Corp at all. So I just want them to just lose, honestly. Fnatic are horrible at macro. I could see Fnatic straight up getting 3-0'd, honestly. Because we know how bad this Fnatic roster is when dealing with pressure of like playing in a big crowd. This is going to be Poby's first time in a big stage, like a massive stage with a lot of people. I don't know how these guys are going to react to all that pressure. Usually, typically, if it's Fnatic under pressure, they fucking crumble, honestly. These guys crumble in a crowd full of 50 people. Imagine a crowd full of like 500 people. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Lord. Karmine Corp, because they're going to be in enemy territory. It's full of nothing but a bunch of taco tamales. So I don't know how they're going to feel about that. It's just going to be basically who can basically not feel too much pressure being on that big of a stage. I think G2 is typically fine. Skumon, when he plays against big crowds like this, usually typically just runs it down. Lebrov in a big crowd is just fucking worthless, honestly.
He's just Lebrov.
It's just doing Lebrov things. I hope G2 wins by the end of the split. If any other team wins, Europe is fucking fried. Europe is so done, honestly. If Fnatic win the whole thing, we might just burn this whole fucking region to the ground. All right, so then after that, let's do Worlds really quickly to see where we stack up. Most of the slots are almost done. We need 2 more LPL teams and 1 more LEC team. Lebrov, is this your man's right here? Is this your man's?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because he just
sucks.
He just there.
I think he just sucks, honestly.
I think he's better than he was last year, but
is that saying much? I think everyone actually got worse. You know what's crazy? When people say teams get better, I don't think teams really get better. I think the level slightly increases. I think everyone just gets slightly worse every year. So these are your 4 LPL seeds. Genji and T1 had a really amazing best of 5. It's just crazy that these are probably the best 2 teams in the world, and they just play the best League of Legends. T1 literally just could have 3-0 Genji. They had it right there, and if they win game 1, they really hard through game 1. They easily could have 3-0 Genji, and they would actually be the 3rd seed. Great series, you guys go and watch. Genji did pull it out. Pause, because Chovy's dick is like 4 inches probably. So Peanut announced that after this year, he's got to go into military service. So who knows if he can win Worlds this year for his final year. But I think it's going to happen. Worlds is such a shitty format that they could literally play up against like an NA team and 2 EU teams, and they could be in top 8. Because keep in mind, Worlds has the same system where literally, if you go 3-0, like Genji has gone 3-0 the last 2 World Championships, that means they automatically make top 8 and then don't play any more games until the week after when quarterfinals start. So since T1 lost to Genji, T1 has to play the 4th LPL seed. Whoever that's going to be, that has to be determined. So since BLG beat Top Esports, that means Anyone's Legend got to qualify because Anyone's Legend won Spring. So them winning Spring, even kind of Anyone's Legend sucking in summer. That's why sometimes winning Spring can help you out. You can win Spring, and potentially if you're not doing that good, another team kind of get you in. Now, it's not the same thing as when Mad Lions got in. So Anyone's Legend did win like 4. They won like 3 best of 5s actually to qualify. It wasn't like they didn't win jack shit and then qualify. They actually won like 3 best of 5s to win. So Americas, you have FlyQuest, 100 Ls, Vivo Keystars, and that's it for Americas. That's
100 motherfucking C's. Where Cloud9 at? Them chubby niggas.
What do you mean?
Those are Shopify. How the fuck you lose to Pala Fat? Fat. I ain't calling. No, he Pala Fat to that nigga fat.
God.
I
just want to say only Shopify Rebellion lost to one of the Brazilian teams. Just point them out. Now, I'm not saying
embarrassing. That game 5 was embarrassing. Burn everybody. Everybody need to go.
I knew they lost the moment
Fuck
they put Fudge on.
Lower bitch
I
ass.
automatically knew they lost when they put Fudge on Jace. Fudge Jace, I'm out.
GG's.
I'm done. GG, wrap it up, boys. Let's get the fuck out of here. We know that's gonna be a
not one
clown
motherfucking
show.
tank on game 5. I was like, yeah, pack this nigga up.
Holy
and then
shit.
goddamn, I just saw the series. One of the seeds. Oh my god.
That game too. Remember when Quid got that pin and kill on Silas? Quid, I don't even know what series we watched. The series that we watched between FlyQuest and 100 Thieves against Vivo Keystars and Red Candis, it was FlyQuest series. I'll just break it down really quickly. That was an inspired Busio highlight show. 100 Thieves, that was a Quid highlight show. That's it. That's nothing more to see there. Quid just beat the shit. Kaze, who beat the shit out of Palafox, got absolutely turbo fisted by Quid.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Like, Vivo Keystars is not good. I'm sorry. I thought
I've been saying that. That's how I said this whole fucking team this whole region is trash.
Good lord. It's weird. 100 Thieves play their absolute worst League of Legends against Pain Gaming, but then absolutely clobbered Vivo Keystars. No,
but it don't matter because it's still 3-0. 100 Thieves could have easily been down 2-1, but Pain Gaming, Pain Gaming don't throw games because they're never winning. Oh, they're up 5 times to go. That no, because you're because you're up 5 prizes doesn't mean you're winning. Because I can just snap my finger like Stano, and all your hopes are gone.
And the problem with
Pain Gaming.
And the problem with 100 Thieves is not the fact that I have to give them full credit. They, winner split. They made a finals, lost to Team Liquid. Spring didn't go well for them at all. They got Dokla. They did bounce back hard, and they've actually made their last year of being in League of Legends great. I mean, they're not going to Worlds. The best thing that they could do is win the season finals trophy. You could do that. Win the season finals trophy in the finals against FlyQuest. Mic drop. You win a trophy on your way out, and then you leave. You could at least say, hey, I got 2 trophies on my way out, and we've made Worlds pretty much almost every year since we've been an organization. And it's crazy because 100 Thieves probably got a ton of fans from everything they did to try to actually rebuild from being dog shit in fucking Spring. They were horrible in Spring. And then Riot goes, well, we don't want them anymore. The next org that come in better be as good as them in building a fan base, content, and being in finals and going to Worlds. Because if that's not that, that's an L. That's a complete L to replace someone they've gone to Worlds a lot. They've been competing for championships. They've had the bad split every now and again. It just happens. People just have bad splits like that. But the next person coming in better be fucking good. Like, imagine them bringing in another Dignitas. Good lord. Well, wouldn't that fucking suck? G2 obviously is going to Worlds, and we just need the 3rd seed for LEC. So Asia Pacific, which is just the LCP, CFO's going. They won in the finals. People are like, where's Gam? Gam got upset by PSG Talon. Gam is not going.
Yeah.
And you have the Team Secret, Wales. They merged. That team that was Team Wales in 2022, they merged with Team Secret. That's who that is. And then you get PSG Talent with Maple and Karsa on the same team with Betty, like on the Flash Wolves. Good lord. So, and T1 is going to be in the qualification match against whoever the fuck is going here. So now people are like, who's the final LPL teams? Well, I'll show you. Good lord, is LPL just... Talk about quality drop-off over the years, what the LPL's done. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Good motherfucking God. All right, so let's go to regional finals. Here we go. So your first match coming up Thursday, Top Esports versus IG. Then you have JDG versus Weibo. So this is the qualification match right here. Whoever wins this, I think qualifies for Worlds. I'm pretty sure. And then whoever loses goes over here and they play the other qualification match. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I'm pretty sure. So if you lose this one, I'm pretty sure you're out. So who are you predicting for Top Esports or IG?
I want IG, but I think it'll be Top Esports.
So if IG lose this, I'm pretty sure they'll still be here.
Yeah.
Because they won winter.
Yeah, no, the top one, the red line means That's their lifeline. That's that. You got one more chance, motherfucker.
Yeah, let's top esports or IG. Damn, fuck. IG. I can't. Top esports is gonna probably.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If Weibo beats JDG, if top esports lose, I think they can lose to Weibo.
Oh god, JDG, please knock out Weibo. I'm so sick of seeing them in every World Championship. They're one of the most overrated runs at Worlds
Weibo beats
ever.
JDG, if it's T1 versus Weibo in the qualification match, Weibo's getting packed the fuck up. Like
I just need JDG, my boy Pace, to go to Worlds. Please, JDG win. I want JD. I don't think they're gonna win, but I'll predict they win.
I think JDG can beat Weibo, but they're not beating any of the teams that's coming out of that.
Yeah, because if they win this, they don't qualify for Worlds. And that's what's crazy is if you're JDG and you have to face T1 in the opening match, I'm being honest, T1 just kind of wipes the floor with them. I don't think
JDG beating either of these two teams on top.
Yeah,
I was think JDG's getting past top.
I just need them to eliminate Weibo. It's all I need.
Yeah.
I need JG to beat Weibo, and if you go to Worlds, regardless, whatever, at least you knocked out Weibo. Fucking thank God we don't have to see Weibo at the World Championship for another year. Good Lord, save our souls.
Yeah.
I think Top Esports beats IG.
Yeah.
I think they get the 3rd seed. Then, okay, so if it's IG versus JDG, then who are you going to predict then? Or IG versus Weibo, whoever makes it out of that.
IG over JG. I think IG beats either one. I think Weibo makes it a lot closer. But I can also see IG 3-0 in both of them.
Damn. Weibo still have Xiaohu, and I really never count out Xiaohu until he's out. God damn it.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Not seeing Xiaohu at the World Championship would be astronomically crazy. That guy's been out every World like the last 8 years. Good Lord. All right, so that's it with the LPL. Hopefully we'll be able to find out who T1 faces after that, because it's gonna be kind of weird. Because also, I'm being honest here, any of these 4 teams who face T1, I'll be honest here, I don't think so. I don't think any of these teams can beat them. I truly don't think so.
Maybe Top Esports, but
maybe if IG went, maybe if IG faced them, that would be kind of close.
Nah, IG's throat.
I don't think Rookie. I don't think Faker wants to face Rookie. That would be pretty bad for him.
Yeah, but IG throws too damn much. They throw too damn much.
I think Scout has a huge mental block when facing Faker. So if JD
Rookie, I would tell you this: Rookie
would be the worst thing for Faker.
But I'm gonna tell you this: Rookie tends to throw when it's least expected, and if owner on fire that day, IG might get 3-0'd.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think the only team that they shouldn't want making it to that qualification round is I think they'll cream Top Esports. I think they'll run through Top Esports easy. I think Top Esports is. I
think T1 can run for all 4 of these teams. I
just don't want them. IG, if they shouldn't want IG getting through. IG would push them to 5 games. They would for sure. I don't think they'd win, but I think
they could, or IG's going to throw a game 4 and lose.
Good Lord, I don't even think Rookie's bad. I think Rookie because Faker's been hard running it down in some games. He's Xiaohu. He can face Xiaohu pretty fine. Scout typically has a very big mental block against Faker. When Cream, it's still Cream, right? Cream.
Yeah.
When Cream faced off against Faker, still has a huge mental block around him. IG is the worst matchup for T1. If they don't go, I think it's a 3-1, 3-0 city for these teams.
The only series I think go to 5 is Top Esports. I think they get IG's 3-1. The other 2 are 3-0s, and that's not because of Faker. I'm looking at owner. I'm looking at the jungle. Owner gaps all their junglers.
So which was it? What was the Misfortune game? There was this one. No, this is the Varus game. It was game 2. Oh my god. So we'll go through some of these. Basically, Fly absolutely butt graped this team. This wasn't close in any single possible level.
Yeah.
At all. Not even close. Not even a single close game was out of this.
No, it was game 3, I think.
Was it game 3? Well, we'll just get game 3. Yeah. Every game's a stomp. This one. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, God. They drafted Kaisa into Kaisa, Rel into Misfortune, Nico. I saw that. Oh, you lost. You can't win with that. And they drafted Kaisa into Rise. Kaisa uses her the speed up. I forgot what ability she has. It's the E. Yeah, it's the E where she can speed up to you. Rise just will lock you down. Absolute draft gap here. Aatrox will just Aatrox can be fine in a side lane against Sion. Maokai gets pretty hard disrupted by Trundle. Rise can lock down. Rise into Yone. What the fuck? Rise into Yone.
Yeah, not bad.
Rise into Yone. Really? Horrible. Absolute shittiest draft. Horrible fucking game. Even though it doesn't matter if they kill Gakkos here. Who cares? You could ass gap so hard in draft, it doesn't matter. They literally just won by draft gap. Like, you can't win. If my coach gave me this, I'd be like, all right, cool. I do what that guy who did in that Pokemon round. Goodbye. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Would you play that on stage?
Oh,
Your heart. Fuck is that? Absolute just gap. Just complete utter stomp. And then the rest of the game was pretty much decided by you had a 5-man Nico ult right here. So it was pretty much like it was right here. So gets to a point where FlyQuest are going to contest Dragon. Be honest, FlyQuest could have just played like against 5 bots and it would have been way more competitive.
Yeah.
So Busio comes in, shoots in, 5-man Nico ult with the Misfortune ult, done, game over. Just get the fuck out. Just
God damn.
This whole series is literally inspired Busio highlight reels. That's it. Nothing else to see here.
Inspired and Busio just putting their cock on the table. Like,
oh god, it was terrible. Oh, it was so bad. This was unbelievably awful. If people wonder why Ragong draft that much, there's no win condition there. There's no win condition playing that.
I saw that, and then I was watching some of the 100 Thieves game.
I think the wildest one would be game 2, where it was just kills on top of kills on top of kills.
Because I didn't watch none of this till this morning. So I was just busy all
this
weekend.
is the one. This is the part of the fight where Dokla kills one of them, and then they're trying to zone him away. He gets unheated, flashes over the wall, kills 3 people. Just big doke shit. Just ripped them apart. And keep in mind, this is how every Brazilian team plays. They'll get kills, but the gold lead never really favors them because they have no macro. Brazil can never improve because they have no macro ever.
Yeah, because look, 26 minutes, not 1 tower taken. yeah. See, like, this is why I love KJ. He says kill score is a social construct. That shit is hilarious. No, it's true. 42 minutes in, it was a couple weeks back. It was Koi versus D2, and Koi was like, "Oh, they're equal." Nope, Koi in 42 minutes has not taken 1 tower. Like, yeah,
every team. This is not just a one team in Brazil thing. This is every team does this.
Yeah,
every single one. Oh, the Vi game. You know the Vi game where Inspired went into their jungler. Oh, sorry, when Inspired played Vi against Evil Key Starts, went into the guy's jungle, stole it, almost killed him, and then got out. It's like, god damn, you people suck ass. Quid just having a highlight reel here. Quid was just beating the shit out of these people. Like, I agree. I think NA should have 3 seeds still.
Yeah,
I think it should be 3 LTA North and 1 LTA South seed.
Yeah. But
then again, if we did send Shopify Rebellion, that would be embarrassing because they're actually horrible. But then again, most of the game just pretty much is a Quid highlight reel. And then Emily at one point was typing, "What is this game?" Because reasons, I don't know what this game was. This was just Bonehead City here.
Yeah,
FBI does truly have some awful positioning sometimes.
This is just 100 Thieves just doing some bullshit just because, and you're like, what the? Yeah, you knew that 100 Thieves was never going to lose. You were just like, all right, cool, just don't throw too hard.
So we got the pentakill here. Okay, I remember. Yeah, so as I can tell, this is why these teams never improve. Look at this. Why are they contesting this?
Because all they know how to do is fight. Because in their way, the only way they know how to get back into the game is fighting and catching people off guard.
like I truly will never understand. All they do is all they know how to do is fight. That's it.
That's all they
know how to
do
do.
in Brazil. That's why I'm waiting when I say, "Oh, pay game is up 5K gold." Nope, don't be shit. They're up 5K goals, but they're down 6 towers to 1. Tell me how that works.
Oh, they have no void grubs. They have no rift heralds.
Oh, no, in their case, they have more grubs. They have more grubs, but not a tower taken. Not one dragon. Look,
no dragons. This game's even worse. This was actually even more. At least game 2 was entertaining. This was just a fucking fisting.
Well, your Siege trolled was this fucking guy. They didn't even fucking matter.
No, their draft is great here. Also, look at what look at the ADC that Red
ADC is crazy.
Look at the ADC that Red drafted. Does that seem familiar to you from the last game we just saw from Vivo Keystars?
Thanks.
Yeah. They drafted Kai'Sa into Cassiopeia, Lee Sin, Alistar, and Ziggs. Automatically, I knew the game was over. Top Smolder. That's been nerfed from like 50 patches ago. That's already.
Yep.
I mean, it can work.
No.
It's just like it can't work against that comp. It would have to fit into a very specific situation.
Smolder,
but Smolder against Lee Sin is just this. They just got. It's not even just gameplay. They got draft gapped into oblivion.
They got coast draft.
Cassiopeia counters Rise. Lee Sin is pretty. Lee Sin and such wanting to be a coin flip. It depends on how smart you are at jungling. Yeah, right here. Even if Dokla dies, it doesn't matter. Sion could die 50 times in the game, and he's still useful.
Yep.
He got a double. Imagine that. Your Kai'Sa got a double kill in an unfavorable game when you get draft gapped, and they still couldn't win. And yeah, see, right. This is why people have been picking Cassiopeia and Rise. I play Rise quite a bit, but Cassiopeia is very, very difficult because even if you lock her down, if she throws the miasma, you can't get close to her, and then she can twin fang you from a distance. Her ult can stop you. It's just a huge, massive counter, honestly. And then they went bot, tried to get 2 kills, I think they blew a few summoners there. Didn't matter. The whole game was just. There's just no way Red Candis can win this. There's just no way. The draft they have is too bad. There's no real. It's not they don't have damage, but the amount of time it would need for this comp to even possibly have that kind of damage, your game would have to.
They gave her a feat of warfare. That's when I knew they were done.
Like your team sucks when Ayla's popping off on Alistar. That's when you know the team is just all right. We'll just pack it up here. Just go home. Thank God that wasn't a second seed going into Worlds. That would have been tragic.
Oh, yeah.
See right there. They can't even kill him. See? He has so much mobility. He could just leave. So much mobility. Doesn't even matter. Then went back in and still kicked them away. And then the TP comes in from Quid, and then he just kills them both.
Yep.
It's horrible. What? How are these teams? What's crazy is LTA is terrible, but these LTA South teams are like a level below that.
Like, the best teams were Furia, Loud, and Pain, and none of them got, and half of them didn't get top 4.
Pain fell off a massive cliff. Like they just stopped.
Furia fell off the Furia. This is what I've been saying of Furia. Furia cost some teams like during development in the spring. It got to the MSI because Furia was bad. And it cost some teams lacking. That's how they got to MSI. Loud just, I don't know how Rumble still getting money. Rumble should have been kicked off that team 2 seasons ago. Like, and that's the bad thing with this because this is horrible. Like, I mean, for me, I'm happy because while the season go to Worlds again.
No, sorry. It's just. Guys, I'm being honest here. If NA Challenger played against these guys in a cross thing that we did in winter and this split, guys, I shit you not, the best NACL team, which I think is consisting of like Tomo or some shit and like Tactical, guys, that team would crush this team.
Oh, yeah.
Most LTA South teams are awful. It's a very fun region to watch. I've watched matches here and there, and I watched the finals. We are going to watch more matches next year. We said we are. It's not about that. It's not about it being fun. It's like the teams never improve.
Oh no, I watched enough matches. I'm good. These
teams are horrible. This is like watching NACL, except worse.
The thing. Oh.
Yeah.
booty.
Just get out. Just
Oh yeah.
I would have uninstalled the game, honestly. I'd just be uninstall on stage. Fuck out of here. Oh,
Yeah.
you guys want to see the highlight of all highlights? I'll show you this right now. Give me 1 second. 1 second here. But yes, those are our Vivo Keystar is gonna be out. 03 drop. Let's not even pretend. 03 drop, you know. Oh shit. World technically has double elimination in the Swiss stage. You don't have it in the playoffs. Because remember, if you went like I think 02, you can play like basically like 2 best of 3s to get in. That's technically double in. Honestly, that's more chances than I would have given your ass. I'd give you 1 chance. Honestly, if you're 0-3 in my formats, you're out. I don't think you need to prove what else to me. You're 0-3. Think you had enough chances there, honestly. But anything else you want to say about 100 Thieves going to Worlds? Do you think there's a chance they could be like a FlyQuest of last year, or do you think their team is going to get exposed?
I mean, they're going to be exposed, but
honestly, just getting to Worlds in their very last year.
Worlds get where you were a couple weeks ago.
Where they were last split ago, what's compared to now is really good.
Just a couple weeks ago, shit.
Remember when Dokla was rusty when he came back and was just those Jax games were whew. Let's just say that. All right, so this is when this is against Shopify Rebellion. This is when Quid got his 5-man Yone ultimate right here. Send Shopify Rebellion to the trash can.
Now Bud takes the last gun to safety. Realm Warp to their fates. Everybody else. On a 5, and the Thieves will not allow their rebels to escape.
What's your name? What's your name?
Oh!
Bye-bye.
That is the most beautiful Yone ult I've seen in my life. Now,
that broke 100 Thieves.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, not 100 Thieves. My bad. That broke Shopify Rebellion. After that, they're like, all right. You look at that. Imagine their mid laner doing that to you, and you look at your mid laner, and your mid laner is Palafox. God. Here, let's play it in more full motion. I remember I watched this live, and I was like, Quid's going to Team Liquid. That's going to happen. Unless Cloud9 take Quid, which, that'll be fine.
Nah. You know who might end up taking Quid? FlyQuest. They might get rid of Quad. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, a lot of people's contracts are going to be over.
Dragons up now, though. 100 Thieves are approaching here. Shopify Rebellion are currently taking it down, but Quid's over the wall getting some damage in. Equalizer goes down a little early, but it's all for the damage. Omni Shadow over the top as well. They're poking members of Shopify Rebellion out, and it's just stolen. River walks up and smites it away. Now Bud shakes a blast cone to safety. Realm Warp to get everybody out. Ultimate! Quid! Fate seal on a 5!
Good Lord, Quid, what was that? What was that? Dude, good Lord. Okay, someone asked us, why do we not go over the pro teams anymore? Guys, I'll be honest here. The reason why I stopped going over them is because it's the same shit. Korea is the worst with this. Top three is Genji, Genji, Homolife, and T1. Any combination of that. The only true difference was BDD was top 3 over, I think, Faker. People said they hated it. Well, BDD was better. That's why he was there. That's the only but it's the same shit with pro teams every single time. The same thing. Remember, there was splits where it's literally just FlyQuest is the best. That's it. Even though Thanatos was better than Bwipo. That's the reason why I stopped talking about it, is because it doesn't change. It's literally straight up. I don't say a lot of things in esports when it comes to League is meaningless. I even think if you win Winter or Spring, that's something. But fucking all pro teams is straight up trash. All pro teams is fucking dog shit. Absolutely worthless. Nothing there to see. Just, all right. If you're the best team in a region, this is how the pro teams go. Then you're the best. That's it. All your pro players will look there. I didn't say you could talk to him. I didn't give you that permission. What the hell? Talking to a white man. What the hell? But yeah. Anything else? Oh, Impact leaving Team Liquid. Are you surprised by that?
Nah. I'm surprised they have it this fast, but after like the season's about to end. But no, I'm not surprised. This needed to happen, and I'm glad Impact said what he said in the video because he wasn't trying to be delusional. Like he knew his gameplay was trash this year. It's like, but when he said all the shit he went from, like, God damn.
Oh yeah. I think it's a little. We're late in the show. We'll probably cover the Team Liquid stuff more extensively next week, but we'll go over the Team Liquid Impact thing. I'll be honest here. Impact's been the only top laner they've won with ever. He won 4 with them and then came back and then won 2 more. That's also been the only org he's won on in NA, actually. That's the only org he's won on. He got really close with Cloud9 a few times, but it didn't happen. Oh, he won on EG. My bad. He has the 1 title with EG. But that might have been inspired too, because man, looking back now, that was a cracked combination. Impact in 2022 and Inspired on the same team. Holy shit. Good lord. Let me do Impact really quickly. Like, Impact went from being MVP last year in summer 2024 to just, good lord. Good actual god. Impact League of Legends. 1 second. I'll play it right now. Give me 1 second. I think the caption of the video when I got dropped. Damn. Fuck. Good lord. I mean, look at my search history. No, I have no porn here. Okay, I found it. I'm playing just a moment here. 3-minute long. Holy crap. But yeah, so BLG W, T1L, 100 Thieves W. So fuck you. Ugh.
Nigga, where your goddamn CLG at, nigga? Where Cloud9 at?
Hey, G2 and Gen G got to Worlds. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Nigga, 3 out of 3, nigga.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. God, you're so black for a reason.
Having good memory. Like, you guys who know, maybe I back some point in like, oh, we missed the Impact, and like come back and like, oh, we on again. Hey guys, my name is Impact. You guys already know. My real name is Onyong Jung. I think what I did last year was a good thing. Is like I have confidence to what I want to do and decision making everything. But I think this year I don't do my job very well. So yeah, I mean, it sucks.
Also, his contract was up. Also, you know, when esport players like Impact have contracts with teams that are 2 years, the first year can generally be pretty good. But when you think about the contracts, by the time the second year is over, it either goes basically they're still just as good, or it pretty much, you know, went horrible. And that's why most contracts are 2 years, because usually you get 1 good year, 1 bad year, and then you're like, okay, I just have to move on. And Impact's performance this year was unbelievably bad. He literally was, if you take the nameplate off, because they showed the stats on the broadcast, he was the worst in every single possible stat. Every single one. He was ranked pretty bad, you know?
I'm sorry, because just happened is not great. But I think you guys have good memory last year. I think I'm better take break, like 1-2 months, and think what I want to do. Because I feel like this year especially, I lose my passion too much because I'm not having fun to play league with teammates. Because normally I haven't done a lot. That's like because I played this game for 13 years. It's like almost my 20% of my life, you know. That's kind of big. And my problem is like I cannot control my emotion too that much because that
means he's just too blunt, I guess. I mean, most Korean players are like that. People think like, oh, Chovy's so sweet and nice. No. Yeah, I would imagine, since he's, you know, people know he's the best player right now. Do you guys think Chovy's a nice person if like Keen made a mistake? Do you think he was nice to Canyon when Canyon was egregiously running it down against Anyone's Legend at the EWC final? All of them are like this. There's just pointing out. Most of these guys are like that.
I'm kind of like honest guy. I just broke up with my girlfriend too. Like
Impact girls ain't shit. It's good for you.
Mid 6 years. Plus, same time is like team not doing well together. I play kind of.
So they had that Umti situation where pretty much they all blamed Umti for the problems, but the problems were much deeper than that. Team Liquid were only good at lane swaps. That was the strategy they had that was good in 2024 because we had lane swaps. Then when lane swaps got taken away, because their players, they had the best team in 2024. They had a lot of the best, I would say some of the best players. I think Jan, you could say top 2 ADC. Core JJ, I think, was getting massively carried by his team, as evident of this year. I think was getting massively carried. Impact, best top laner, I would say, at some points last year, but mostly in 2024 summer. APA was top 3, top 4. Umpty was just Umpty. He doesn't really have a rank, in my opinion. But once lane swaps got taken away, it felt like their team just didn't have an identity. This is why you don't tunnel on one strategy for too long in the league, because you know it's going to be taken away. And when lane swaps were taken away, they had nothing. They had nothing because APA still had the same issues. And when they brought in Yuji just looks like he just has no role in the team. He just doesn't know his role. They don't know what role to give him. Like, fuck.
Really? So it's like, I think I lost about my goal in my life. You know what I want to do. It's kind of no future. You know, if I keep playing, I mean, I keep playing for what? So I think that next year that's most important to me. Like, what is my goal? Like, even not league. Like, think of like just what I want to do. Like, I think my goal should be like I want to be best. If I cannot be best, I'm not trying. I mean, if I cannot find a new team, then I try to be my best to practicing myself. Or helping some team to scream something, then I'll be ready. You know, not like if you start getting worried, I think you cannot do anything. I got a comment a lot about just traveling alone. That's how you can think of positive thing more, and I can think about clearly to what I want to do. Sucks this year, but you guys, I hope you guys having fun last year too, and like this spring season. Fact is, without me, I mean, it's not cursed, but
yeah, that could also be a thing. Yeah. So what do you think, man? Do you think he just oh god, what a horrible freeze frame that is.
Without me.
Okay, good lord. But what do you think? You think he just goes coaching, or you think he plays another year? This kind of looks like a soft retirement, not soft retirement, but
I think
taking
he
a step
still
back.
wants to play, but I think too much has happened outside of league. Where I think he's gonna take a split off, and then he might start coaching. Because I think physically he wants to play, but mentally he's not there. I think there's too much that has happened, and he doesn't have that. I think he still has the love for it, but he doesn't have that passion. Because a lot of times, like, think about it, like, imagine winning and then you go home, you got no one to share it with. I think that's the thing too. He was so used to coming home and be like, hey, this is my guy. But he wake up one day and you're broken up now. You know, like, oh shit. Like, you have no one to share it with. You just
I think that's the thing too. I think that pretty much set in. I mean, because we'll probably go over that.
I think that happened too. I think he did hate it too.
Dude, not this week. Next week, we'll go over that Team Liquid Breaking Point 2.0 video. Where did you see the clip where Steve said they lost 27 straight in scrims? Bruh. Do you guys know what 27 losses in scrims mean?
It's a lot.
So you play 3 blocks of 5. If you're including so it's 2 blocks of 5, including night blocks, which could be 1 or 2 more. But generally speaking, you play 3 blocks of 5. So imagine losing 27 straight. Just picture that in your brain. Losing 27 straight. That's horrible. That's why it's crazy to me to think about this. Why Cloud9 never picked them? They were actually straight up the worst team. They were like, okay, so there's like a worst team and there's always like the secret worst team. They were like the secret worst team. I don't know why Cloud9 never picked them in playoffs. It absolutely made no sense to not pick Team Liquid in playoffs when you knew they were that bad. You know? It was frustrating when the news was released. Source I used to look at the news is TP Sports, but I think Impact is overachieving himself. Well, you also have higher expectations too. Like, this has been Liquid's worst finish in a while, honestly.
Yeah.
You know? Like, they haven't finished this badly since 2020 LCS spring when they didn't make playoffs because of that double lift bullshit in the Broxa situation. There's some chemistry problems there. They don't have any chemistry, in my opinion. Yuji's new. He doesn't know how to play on the stage yet. Ass pussy ass is just straight up ass.
The coach not always being there, that kind of fucked everything up.
Yeah, Spawn.
And he
couldn't
was
get into
there.
the right
He's kind of
mindset.
being like, "Oh, you guys are not good enough to win anyway." I'm like, "Oh, fuck you! Then you not here anyway, bitch." That's how it felt like. Like
It also almost felt like they lost respect for Spawn in some aspect. That's what it felt like to me.
yeah,
You know, and that's how this kind of thing can trickle down. Like one split, your team loves you, and then the next minute when you're not winning, they just hate your guts, and it's like, God damn, you know. Whoever's trying to be the leader is destroying the team from the inside out and has to leave. Well, their coaching staff was that guy Swifer, Spawn, and Dodo. But that's their. I mean, Dodo's more like the team manager. It's not really a coach, you know. So I don't know what's going to happen with Team Liquid. I mean, we're gonna play that video next week of their docu-series video they put out when they ended the split. I think you just build around Yon. I mean, you could keep APAs if you don't want to potentially go for potentially an import mid. I think everyone's just saying that Quid is going to be on Team Liquid. If Quid is on Team Liquid, that will be a good start, but it just depends on, do they want to move away from APA? Because Core JJ's contract is up, and so it's Impact's. Maybe Core JJ doesn't want to play on Team Liquid anymore. Wait, do you think Core JJ leaves Team Liquid?
I think he wants to stay, but I don't think the team needs. I think the team needs to let him go. The team needs to let him walk and not come back. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think they keep APA?
If they get rid of if Core J, they can't get rid of 3 people. Gary got rid of somebody. Brought somebody new. My question is, who do you replace APA with?
Well, the thing is, okay, so the jungler situation, if they can't give Yuji a role because Yuji is still new to playing on stage and they just got this guy, so they don't know what role to give Yuji. Yuji doesn't know what role he has in the team. Then I think you just have him do a default ghetto Umpty style. You just play Sejuani, Maokai, Gragas, just tank junglers and just say, fuck it, you know? But if he doesn't improve, they're going to get a new jungler, or they might get a new jungler. Who knows? Like, because his performance, it didn't look like it really amounted to like LTA level. If I'm being honest here, like they got him. He didn't really actually, I felt like he was just not there. He was invisible in games. I felt like he was just playing not to lose. I don't know if Core JJ stays. I don't know. That's a question mark. I think Yon is the only locked player I could feel like they keep. That's it. I don't know if they get a different coaching staff. I don't know, but Impact leaving made perfect sense. He was completely giga sprinting it this split, honestly. Not fully saying a coach, might have been a player, if anything, like Impact. It could be. You never know, honestly. Oh God. Anything else you want to bring up before we head out? Actually, I think we covered. Oh my God, sorry about that, guys. I think we covered pretty much everything.
No,
because the team went from barely winning. Okay, so they barely got it together in the winter split, right?
Yep.
They beat Cloud9 in that best of 3, but before that best of 3 against Cloud9 happened, they were pretty bad, honestly. You know, Spawn came back at the right time, got them into shape. They won winter first stand, got fisted, came back to spring. I think they went like 3-4 or some shit. No, they went back, played the positioning phase. They lost to DSG. They got knocked out of playoffs pretty fast. They played summer split, pick and play. They went 3-4, and then they went and lost 6 straight. They straight up went, I think, 3-10 to finish off the split. Awful, just trash. You know. So anything else you want to bring up about Team Liquid? That's anything else you want to mention?
Either keep Core JJ or keep APA, but one of them has to go. They have to go because I think if they look at where the source of the issue came from, like, and then they have to get rid of that. If it's 2 players, you get rid of 2 players, and then you only have Yon and Yuji. You move from there. I think that's good.
I think because it felt like. Because remember what Spawn said. Spawn said Yuji came into like the absolute worst atmosphere. You know?
Yep.
And I don't know how that could ever get fixed. You know, if the atmosphere is already bad before UG got there, then that means that it's one of the players that are there, or it's whatever coaching staff. I mean, if your team, if Steve knew that the team lost 27 straight in scrims, people got to understand, you can't fix that at that moment because all the teams, everyone's locked, and you just have to play it out. Or you do what 100 Thieves did, and you just bring in a new player. Hopefully you create a new honeymoon phase. People said they did that with UG. It has to be someone relatively decent for that to really work.
Yeah.
You know, like 100 Thieves didn't go fucking pick up like, like a dog shit top laner. You know, They went and picked up someone serviceable that can do their job at the highest level. That's it. They went and grabbed a brand new player and was like, hey, he maybe can just kind of get it together. It's not how new players play on stage like that. It goes either one of two ways. So, yeah, half the league was already eliminated by the time Cloud9 faced DSG. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know? So, as we wrap it up here for this week's episode of the Cloud9 podcast, is there anything you want to let the audience know before we head out, actually?
I'm redoing the video, but I'm combining my cup and my regional to one. And I'm going to show you what the changes were from the deck I played to what I played at regionals and how I got the placement I did. And why you should never give up when you even have a bad start. Yep. Craziness, man. Crazy weekend. Yep.
So, yeah, after that, we have to see who's going to play. Oh, my God. Fucking hell. Damn it. I did it again. Who do you think wins for the LTA 2025 championship?
FlyQuest.
But if 100 Thieves did win a trophy in their last best of 5 in NA,
I'll be I'll be the happiest person. Hell yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen, but if they do, that would be even more of a reason why Riot is just trash.
They're already going to Worlds when 3 other teams had it. Like 100 Thieves was like damn near 6th, 7th place.
Yeah. So they have to face Vivo Keystars on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then they face whoever wins against FlyQuest in the finals, and Whipple is going to be back for that one. So, you know, damn. Could you imagine the crowd's reaction when Whipple is going to be out? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I was going to tell you right now, people are crazy with that Charlie Kirk assassination. Make sure FlyQuest has security walking around. Do not let them walk around just freely. Get some security. People are fucking insane these days, you know? But yeah, I think FlyQuest are going to win. But I will say this. If 100 Thieves do manage to win a trophy on their way out and then go to Worlds, you couldn't possibly end off on a higher note than that, honestly. You know? So, yeah, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast. Tomorrow, I will be doing an episode of the Spectacular MSK on my comic book channel around when I get off work, about 9:30 p.m. PST. Friday, I have my one-on-one with Lunchbox Warren around 8:30 p.m. PST. Then I'm going to be doing my show with, okay, my bad. My brain is fried. I am too black. All right, jokes aside. So, Thursday, the Spectacular MSK, 9:30 p.m. PST on my comic book channel. Then my MSK show with Lunchbox Warren, 8:30 p.m. PST. My MSK show with Labs Comic Fan, around 7:30 p.m. PST. And then after that, I might stream a game. Who knows, honestly. But then Sunday, I'm doing the show with Professor Savage Dad. We're going to probably end up reviewing Phenomena Nova #1 for our comic book review. And then that will end off the week because I have some big one-on-ones coming up next week, actually. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, and we will see you guys next week on Tuesday around 8 p.m. PST.